Hello again. You're watching ENCA on DSTV Channel 43. We are continuing, of course, with the vote counting. We've had the IEC briefing us a little bit earlier. A couple of political parties speaking today. And we saw the ANC officials just a short while ago addressing the media at the National Results Operations Center. Let's take you live there now. Back to my colleague Faith Mangope, who's there together with JJ Tabane. Faith, good afternoon again. A lot of explaining by the ANC how they view their performance in this election. Jesse Duarte saying it's no loss to them.
Absolutely, Brother, and you're absolutely right. Broadcasting live here from the National Results Operations Center in Tshwane. It certainly was a press briefing that happened moments ago with the African National Congress, perhaps cementing their position, especially now that voting has been counted. Now it's the data capturing part of it. But the ANC coming out and saying a lot of things, cementing their position in society, cementing as well as the goals for the future, and perhaps looking towards the solutions around coalitions. So joining us this afternoon to shed more light into it and elaborate alongside my colleague JJ Tabane and I is the Treasurer General of the African National Congress, that is Ntate Paul Mashatile. Ntate Paul, always a pleasure to speak to you. It's JJ and I were actually sharing this before. We had various questions that were coming out saying that the ANC appeared to have a very humble position, saying we are more open now. We're looking at coalitions and working with those that want to work with us. Maybe we spoke too soon, because then you said we are not the outright losers. In fact, we are winning. So which one is it? Yeah, I thought you were the humble ones. Kanti, no. You just wanted to all let us know that in fact you didn't come out as the losers.
No, actually what we're saying is that we didn't do as well as we wanted to. We accept that. Obviously, we are still leading in many municipalities with a very low voter turnout. So we're not proud of that, because when you win elections, you want big numbers of people to come out. You know, you don't want to win a municipality with 10 votes. But there is a message, I think, that people are communicating to us. There are things you didn't do. We are unhappy, but we'll give you another chance. I don't know, maybe it's the last chance. So what we need to do, Faith, we need to honestly look into those issues, take the issues that people are raising seriously, not only listen to them, but be seen to be acting on those. You know, we went into these elections with blackouts in Soweto on electricity, and yet we tell people go and vote. Do you see the challenge? So we need to be able to say now, national government, ESCOM, let's fix this problem.
Can I ask this question then? Do you think that society is losing trust in the African National Congress?
Not completely yet, because others could have been worse. We would have been thrown out completely. So, yes, the people are losing hope when things don't happen and happen fast. But I think in this election, it's almost like PASOP, Samolukisa. And we take note of that let's go and fix. Let's make sure that the issues that people are raising are being addressed. We're going to put mayoral candidates that are capable. We're going to interview them. We're going to make sure that when they get in there, they prioritize the people, not themselves. They fight corruption.
Let's talk about the PASOP. In 2019, you got 50% in Gauteng. 50.
Yeah.
That was like, some people even said this looked rigged because it's so exact. It's 50. And you did say it's a message from the people, but not from all of you. Some said, no, if Chiefs and Pirates, are playing and you get 1-0, you still a win.
I remember.
You remember that sentiment. Do you think there's a problem of introspection in terms of what the ANC should be doing differently? Because this message you are saying was the same message in 2019. It was really touch and go. I mean, we almost lost the entire province. This is now a this is a provincial, or sorry, a local election where in key metros you are not even anywhere near 50%, which is a worrying factor, right? Which could have, if you listen to that message in 2019, we could be talking that the people are now forgiving you. Tell me a little bit, how do you feel? Do you feel that there is either a misunderstanding of that message or there is poor introspection, if we talk frankly about this? Because these results are bad. You shouldn't be struggling with metros at 40%, 30%, and now looking for EFF and so on to govern.
No, I take your point. I think the introspection perhaps started a little bit late. You'll recall we started the message of renewal, being tough on corruption. But I think, if I recall, it might have been 3 years ago when we started. Okay, in conference we started with renewal, but with actual
inside the National Results Operations Center in Pretoria. Currently an interview between Faith Mangope, JJ Taban, my colleagues, with the ANC's Treasurer General Paul Mashatile, just trying to explain how they view the outcome of these results. Very interestingly, the ANC does not look at it as having lost, even where they've declined, but they've also listed a number of key factors, according to them, that have impacted on these local government elections. The main one, of course, being the low voter turnout, which meant that fewer people went out to vote. And as Fikile Mbalula said a short while ago, he's the head of the ANC's elections task team, saying that there is an issue there, of course, with people not going to vote. Then the ANC gets lesser numbers.